If you're looking for a really affordable family day out near Birmingham, then this little farm might be exactly what you're looking for. In this video, I'll show you what Forge Mill Farm is really like, what there is to do, and whether it's worth visiting with young children. We spent a few hours here exploring the animals, the play areas, and the grounds, so I'll walk you through what you can expect if you decide to visit. One of the main reasons people visit Forge Mill Farm is, of course, the animals, and there are quite a few here to see. This includes pigs, goats, chickens, ponies, and sheep. As we visited in early March, we were lucky enough to see lots of new little lambs. This was so adorable. The staff had even put up signs explaining 5 things to look out for if the sheep were about to give birth, which made it really quite fun for us and other visitors to keep an eye out for. During the lambing season, they also run special lambing evening events where you can sit by a fire and watch the lambs being born. These events are for over 11s though, so they are more suited to older children and adults. There's also plenty of opportunities to feed the sheep and other animals in the winter barn. The railings are quite low, which makes it really easy for wheelchair users and little ones in buggies to get a really good view of all the animals. Just watch out for those goats though. They are quite cheeky and they will happily try and nibble or steal anything that they can reach. Outside, there's also a farm trail that takes you around the different paddocks to see more of the animals. Because we visited in early March, part of this trail was still closed and many of the animals had been moved to barns for the winter. Most of the paths are quite wide with just a thin layer of gravel, which makes them fairly easy to push a buggy along. The one thing we really liked was that each animal had its own educational panel nearby with information about the breed, along with a QR code you could scan and watch a short video and learn more. At the start of the trail, there's also an outdoor picnic area, as well as an indoor natural play barn, which I believe is a fairly new addition to the farm. This natural play barn normally costs £3 for a 1-hour session, but because we were visiting during term times, we were able to use it for as long as we like during that day. This might not always be the case depending on when you visit, but the staff here are really friendly and helpful, and they will just explain everything to you when you book your session. There is also another play area. It's an outdoor play area that is right by the entrance to the car park. This one is recommended for children aged 5 to 14, and it is definitely one for the bold and brave. Some of those climbing frames are really quite high. Now let's talk about the facilities at the farm. Because this is a working farm, hand washing facilities are really important, and there are plenty of them around. The farm does a great job in reminding all visitors to wash their hands, with lots of clear signs and washing stations throughout. There are a few different picnic areas around the farm as well. We spotted seating on both sides of the natural play barn, as well as near the play area by the entrance. There's also some indoor seating inside the natural play barn. When it comes to food, this is definitely more of a picnic style destination, so take your own food with you. The cafe inside the play barn mainly offers drinks and light snacks like crisps and biscuits rather than full meals, and the small shop near the entrance is also similar, with hot drinks machines and a few snack options available. The farm also has a discovery barn, which offers some interactive learning experiences such as goat milking and butter making. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to see what was happening in there during our visit, as it was being used by a school group at the time. The farm also offers tractor rides for £2 per person. However, it wasn't completely clear which days these run, so it is worth keeping in mind that some activities here may depend on what's happening on the day, rather than something that you can actually plan in advance. The farm shop is located in one of the restored buildings just inside the entrance gates. It's a lovely little shop with a mix of little toys, handcrafted items, and products from local businesses. I picked up a couple of classic keepsakes from the shop to remember the day, and the prices felt very reasonable. The shop is also where you pay your entrance fee or check in if you've booked your tickets online. It's also where you would buy your bags of animal feed if you choose to feed some of the animals during your visit. Now, after all that information, let's talk about the cost. At the time of visiting, entry to the farm was £5.50 per an adult and £6.50 per a child aged 2 to 14 and free for children under 2. Parking is paid separately using a prepaid meter, which costs up to £2 for 4 hours depending on how long you stay. So if you're visiting as a family of 2 adults and 2 children with 1 car, basic admission would come to a total of around £26. If you added a bag of animal feed for each child and entry to the play barn as well, then your total would come to roughly £35. And then obviously any extra spending depending on what snacks or souvenirs you wish to buy on the day. So considering many attractions charge that much for just one adult ticket, I actually feel like this is really good value. Overall, Forge Mill Farm feels like a really lovely little farm that's clearly well cared for and well maintained. There probably isn't quite enough here to fill a full day, but it's perfect for a relaxed few hours exploring with children. So if you've got a free morning or afternoon and you're looking for something affordable to keep the kids happy without breaking the bank, this could be a really good option. And as always, I hope this helps you make a considered choice for your next UK adventure.